We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good match. The Hitman, Ricky Hatton, fighting out of Manchester, United Kingdom, one of the most beloved fighters in English boxing history. Arturo Thunder Gotti. He's never backed down from anybody. The king of all blood and guts warriors.
Just take note, Todd. Check out the reach. Check it out.
Well, we're all set. Let's go into the ring for the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing.
These two have certainly... These athletes have been waiting a long time to square off. Here we go. Good counter left hand there. There's a scoring blow. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Exchange here from both men. You're not going to see a lot of finesse and skills from this guy. He wants to bury his forehead in your chest and pound away.
You fight this woman, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. And this with that jab. This counter puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And a round that seemed like a... Come on. There's the bell for round two. Neither man really defending themselves. You don't want to trade shots. Gets out of the way of that left hand. He's got to find a way to get around that reach advantage.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
And he misses with the left uppercut. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Missed him with that uppercut. He just gets out of the way of that right uppercut. You know these smaller fighters have those fast hands and good footwork, but what else?
Remember, with the lighterweights, you're expecting at least 300 shots a round. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. There's the bell for round 3. Punch scores. These two fighters are made for one another. Going back to life now, starting to land some punches. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That uppercut misses. Both men step back for just a moment. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Hand lands. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that. Here's the bell for round 4. Phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
You hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow. Punch. Oh, and they just got their bell rung. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
That left scores. Nice punch. He misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
On to the 5th we go. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be the real difference.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
That left lands. Trying to answer that. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Swing and a miss with the left uppercut. Right punch. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. Both going for the KO. It's so obvious. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Pretty dominant round there. There's the bell for round 6. This fighter has tested their opponent's power and apparently isn't impressed as they continue to walk through all these power shots. This is not good news for Ricky Hatton. Big shot, and down goes Hatton.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Both trying for a knockout. Fantastic punch. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
And he misses with that jab. Good right hand. Final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's see. There's the bell to start round 7. That punch lands. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a terror. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Right punch. Punch scores. One of these fighters is starting to run out of gas. What do you do as a fighter when you just don't have the energy?
Now Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Hey, those punches add up. He blocks the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much. And there's the bell for round 8. Not a lot of defense here at all. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Oh, and Gotti got clipped there. This could be the end. And that will put Gotti down. Gotti, I don't know if he's going to survive. And Gotti goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Defending. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. His legs are out. Both fighters starting to get tired as we start round 9. Fails to score with that left hook. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you gotta think him. You just gotta be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket him.
No doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Good left hand. Just misses with that uppercut. You've seen all the famous boxing movies, the training scenes, the gym work. That's what it all boils down to. Who's going to have more endurance?
What can they change? They can change their attitude. They can change their nervous system for a certain amount of punches per round. Because otherwise, if they deviate from the game plan, they're going to be shattered once again, and the fight will be over.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. These two fighters. There's the bell to start round 10. punch. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. They score again with the left hand. There's a right hand. And he blocks the left uppercut. Defense is not an option for these two. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You've heard the old phrase. This is the 11th we've entered the championship round. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight. Good punch. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it? And he just missed with that left jab. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. We'll see how much. Good round, right? There's the bell for round 2. Back to life now, starting to land some punches. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst.
Ricky Hatton right now not where he wants to be. A lot of heart being shown here, but he needs more than that to survive the round. What a punch. from both men in this round. Are we about to see Ricky Hatton go down? Down goes the Hitman. Couldn't take anymore, and down he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the big